How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the Positive Mindset Podcast, where we work together to raise our vibration, lift our perspective, and build a positive mindset. My name is Henry, and in this episode, we're going to talk about how to find the positive in your life. If you are someone that wants to attract positive energy, if you want to create the experience that lights you up, that makes you feel inspired to wake up every single day, then this is going to be the episode for you, because we're going to align ourselves on a perspective that gives us exactly that. But before we get started, we're going to take a few moments to slow down, zero in. We're going to take some deep, healing, meditative breaths to help us align on the frequency that we want in our lives. So you can pick a word. It could be love, joy, happiness, abundance, whatever frequency you want. And we're going to take a deep breath in. And as you're breathing in, you're going to say that word over and over and over again. Really charge yourself up with that energy. And then as you're holding your breath, visualize yourself doing something in that frequency. And then once you exhale, anything that no longer resonates with you will leave you and you'll be in a more positive state. So let's go ahead and take a deep breath in. And out. Well, we're going to do another deep breath. This one is about alignment, about getting ourselves in receiving mode so that we can receive the message that we need to hear today to get us in that positive perspective. So just imagine that you are surrounded by the most healing, uplifting energy that's meant specifically for you. It could have a certain color, a certain taste, a certain smell, however you imagine it. And when you breathe it in, it's going to charge you up. It's going to break down the negativity, the blocks, the weight, everything that's just been holding you back. And then once you exhale, anything that no longer resonates with you will leave you and you'll be in a more positive state. So let's go ahead and take another deep breath in. And out. Well, before we dive into today's message, if you find this podcast helpful and you want to help support it, one of the best things you can do is share it with somebody that you think might enjoy or find something good from it. It would mean the absolute world to me. So thank you so much. But let's dive into today's message. So I had a question, and I've seen this question a lot, and it comes from different things. And I kind of talked about this on a previous episode, but when you're going through something really difficult, maybe you lost somebody, maybe you lost your job, maybe you're going through a financial hardship, or your health is struggling. Like when you're going through something very difficult, it's hard to think that everything is happening for you. But everything is happening for you. What we have the opportunity to do is adjust our perspective. So most of us operate from ego. We operate from ourselves. And you're not wrong for doing that. That's just how most of us exist in this life. But there's something that we can do that's more empowering and also will help us have inner peace as we move through this experience. When we think about the saying, everything happens for us, we're thinking about the us, like the human version of ourselves. Like I'm thinking about Henry, or you're thinking about yourself and how it affects you. Maybe your job, maybe your health, maybe your financial situation, maybe your just experience in general. But that's not what that statement means, because you are more than just you. There is more to you than just yourself, the version of you there. You are a powerful energy. There's just so much more. And when you start thinking in terms of that, you start freeing yourself from the limitations that just affect you. When life no longer becomes about how things affect you, and you start thinking about how do you observe the things that are happening around you and to you, it frees you from the pain. You no longer have to be victim to the energy of the hurtful things. That doesn't mean you won't experience pain. We're going to. This is a difficult experience. There are so many things that we lose. There are so many things that hurt us. There are so many things that put us through struggle. But that's part of the gift of this life. When you start thinking of yourself as more, you don't have to be taken down by something that's just a moment in time. Some moments might be longer than others, but everything positive and everything negative that happens in your experience is still a moment for you to observe. And then one day, your experience will be over, and the world will keep moving forward, and the things that made you really happy and the things that made you really sad will be forgotten. But your energy, what happened with it, will continue on. So when something difficult happens, that's your opportunity to provide love. We are here to expand our energy and hopefully raise our frequency so that we can reside in love, the highest frequency, the healed, the peace, the ultimate place to be. And we're working to get there. That's why we go to this earth school. That's why there's the difficult things that happen for you to grow. You are something. You are not nothing. And so that means the pain, the bad things happen because you are something. You are a creator going through this experience. You cannot stop creating. That is what your core essence is. What we create is more frequency. That's what we do. So when you go through something and you see the negative, what your attention is focused on, you will automatically start creating more. Think about the person that always ends up in the same relationship. It's with different people, but they always are with that same person. It's because like attracts like. So maybe they don't want the things that they're seeing, but their frequency is attracting that same thing. Think about your own life. Do you keep going through the same lessons over and over and over again? It's because your frequency hasn't changed. We think the external things, changing them will make the difference, and they certainly can inspire change, but they are not us. They are part of the physical. They are not your energy. So when you separate yourself and just think, okay, I am more. I am a being that's having an experience. What I do each day is I observe the situation and I learn from it. The good and the hurtful. The hurtful I look at and I wonder, how can I put good into that? The good I look at and I think, how do I take the good from that? If you are a creator, that means you're going to take in something, create more of it, and then expand it into the world. So when you just start focusing on that, it gives you a higher purpose. You start becoming a servant of the energy. When you're a servant of the energy, you're actually serving the energy. And when you're serving the energy, it's flowing through you. Think about this. You're visualizing something, you're looking at something, you're observing something, it's coming within you. You start creating more of it. And then you look for the painful situations in your life, the hurtful experiences, and then you start putting that energy into there. It's now flowing through you. So what this does is it gives you an opportunity to raise your energy so that you can constantly flow in the state that you desire. We are doing this already. Why wouldn't we want to shift to start doing it intentionally? That is the most important thing that we could do in this life. Everything at that point becomes secondary. It doesn't mean you can't become a lawyer. It doesn't mean you can't become a professional basketball player. It doesn't mean you can't date certain people, that you can't have certain experiences. But that's the experience you're having. That's the journey that you're on. But what you're doing while you're going down that journey is what matters more. Because you have to know there's somebody that's accomplished what it is that you want to accomplish, or what it is that you want to get through. They've gone through the pain, they've gone through the hurt, or they've achieved the thing that doesn't feel how you're hoping it will make you feel. Because it's never truly the external things that matter. It's your internal state while you're there. So when everything is happening for you, it's not happening for you to achieve something. Think about this. When you have something bad happen, a lot of people say everything happens for a reason. Stop thinking that way. Just start thinking that everything happens for you, meaning the bad thing that happened, you have the opportunity to find the good in it. And when you do, it happened for you. When you don't, it still happened for you. You just didn't take advantage of the opportunity in front of you. Would you rather have something amazing happen for you, but still be in a negative state? Or would you rather be in a positive, peaceful internal state and it doesn't matter what happens externally. Because what we truly care about is how we feel. We look around externally and think those things will make us feel a certain way, and they certainly can. It feels great to drive a new car. It feels great to have money in the bank account. It feels great to help others. It feels great to actually feel great, like health-wise. Of course, those are good things. But what trumps it all is your internal state, because you can have every single one of those things and be in a negative state if you're not purposefully taking control of your energy. So for just a moment, don't think about the situation you're in right now. Think about your overall mission. Your overall mission is to raise the energy around you by raising your own energy, to provide love and healing so that you can receive love and healing. That's the purpose of this experience. So when you start thinking about that, then you can realize that everything's happening for you. When you find the good in your experience, bring that within you. Practice it in your mind. Say over and over. Build that energy within you. And then look at the difficult things in your life and send that energy in it. The more you do it, the better you'll get at it. The more you do it, the more you'll reside in that energy. That is your purpose. It's not to fix the people that you're around. It's not to solve the problem that you're struggling with. Those are all secondary and don't have anything to do with your internal state. You can do both. You can do it all. But to have inner peace, we must align with the most powerful mission, and that's to be the rising tide that lifts all ships. Well, thank you so much for listening. I hope this episode was impactful and gave you a positive perspective on the situation that you're going through that will give you the motivation to push forward and to heal that inner peace within you. If you want to make sure you don't miss a single episode, make sure you subscribe to my email list. There's a link in the description. It will keep you up to date with every single episode. And if you want to follow me on social media, there's my Instagram and TikTok down below. I appreciate all the follows there. And then if you want to join the Positive Mindset Facebook community, there's a link for that. There's a lot of action going on there. We're really starting to build and develop the community within. We did a boundaries course last week. We have another one coming up. So if you want to stay up to date with all of that, make sure you join the community in the link below. Well, thank you so much for listening. Have a great day, and I can't wait to talk to you next time.